minorities are included in that 18, to 26, for going to the military. I totally understand that. But that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the volatile population, the angry and entitled and pissed off population, which are white males. Okay? Again, we keep talking about how, or I've been talking about, Captain Solo and I have been talking about these conversations online. The black community is the canaries in the coal mine. If you want to see what happens to a community or a society when you go in there and you marginalize the men and you make sure that the men cannot be economically viable and you bust up the family and you break shit down and these men have no fucking future or a pot to piss in or a window to throw out of, okay, you're going to start seeing what? The dismantling of the family. And at that point, the men don't have a fucking thing to fight for. So passing of, well, we're going to pass the draft bill, and you got tons of white men. Again, you got white men, they can't even date. They can't even date. They don't have a girlfriend. They're virgins. They haven't had sex in over a year. You know what I mean? And they're looking at the world for what it is. The world hates us. The world hates me. They don't have a high state of morale. They don't have anything to fight for. They have nothing they own. What do you think? People are going to go and fight your wars when you got Davos up there talking about you will own nothing and be happy? You think that you're going to have a world like that and these men are going to fight for you? They can't afford houses. They can't afford relationships. They can't afford vehicles. They can't afford a family. They can't afford groceries. But you think you're going to go off out there and fight your motherfucking wars. I'm like, these motherfuckers are insane. They're insane. This ain't going to be, like the 1960s and the 1970s where the white boys, they come, like they're going to be like just Donald Trump and, my ankle spurs and draft dodge. No. When these police officers go to pick them the fuck up, because they didn't show up at whatever the center is to be motherfucking drafted, these white boys will be dumping on squad cars when you pull up to the house. They will be smoking these cops. They will be smoking on officers. Okay? They're already unstable. They're already pissed off. They already have nothing to lose. They are not going to go quietly in the night. And I'm saying this as a black man that understands white men more than white men understand themselves. Because when you have all that entitlement, when you think you're supposed to be here, when you think you're supposed to have achieved this and have that, and that the world is supposed to be built, for you to succeed, and it doesn't happen, and then here comes somebody demanding of you some sort of action as if they've done anything for you. There's a ton of anger right there. You're asking to get fucked up. You're asking for, the way that the militias went out there and stormed the Capitol in Virginia when they tried to pass the assault weapons ban in Virginia. You're asking for that.
All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Waharakha Kodash, which Yahweh, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, it's his true name, and the Rakha Kodash, that is the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well in the scriptures, and salutations to all the brothers out there who are pushing this word in all truth and in all sincerity. And this was a clip that was posted by the Elder Ba'ara out here in Chicago. His YouTube channel is GMS Austere Man, and subscribe and be edified. All right, the Elder post, very edifying videos nonstop. And, he'll post clips like this from time to time. Okay? And I'm not really sure where he got this video from. But as you heard, this Jake was going into how these Edomites, all right, and in particular the lower level Edomite male, okay, how they're gonna buck up against their government, against their higher ups, okay, those who are in the rulership seat, you see. And as that man was saying, they have nothing in this world now, okay. These guys have no women, all right, no property, no families. They've been losing, for some time now. All their women are starting to date, different nations, or whether it be Jake or the heathens. They don't have what their parents once were able to obtain. A house, boats, summer homes, etc. They don't have that, okay? So their will to fight for this place is at an all-time low, okay? And then with the internet, okay, exposing these elites, they don't want to, risk their lives, because a lot of them see the American government as a domestic a terrorist, okay? You see? They see, because when you go into the Constitution, right, and in particular the Second Amendment, where it talks about the right to bear arms, it talks about that that tyranny, and you see these lower level Edomites see the American government as tyrants, and they got to protect their rights at all costs. And they're not going to sit here and fight a war, all right, that's to put them into subjection, take away their freedoms. They're going to get sent to the Middle East or wherever, the Ukraine or somewhere, in Taiwan, wherever, right? They're not trying to risk their lives to come back home and get nothing. Actually, to deal with more oppression, you see? And that's going to lead to, all this civil unrest, as that guy was saying. Hey, they're going to go out blazing, man. Guns blazing, as they say. They're not going to have, these different cops and agencies, scoop them up. They'd rather just die, fighting for a cause. You see? But that's the spirit that the Lord wants out here, because we're at the end of America, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures. You see? But let me get a couple precepts, and I want to start off with this one in Proverbs 18. Hold on, give me 1 second. Just want to put this on Do Not Disturb. This is Proverbs 18, and I'll start at 14. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? And you see these men out here, all right, in particular these Edomite men, their spirit, okay, is wounded right now. And if your spirit is wounded, how can you'll have that drive to fight? How could you have that drive to, die for your so-called country? You see? And it's not there. It's not there. Okay, this country's not how it was back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, where the government was pushing their propaganda on the people, and the people believed it. That's gone, man. That stuff left around the 2000s. Because I remember, after the Iraqi war, okay, when did that end? Give or take, what, around like 08-ish, 07, 08, 09. Once that war ended, the next batch of military age individuals, right, who were able to join, weren't weren't driven to go to the army, okay, or whatever military branch, because you had a lot of guys, all right, I'll say, well, whether it be men or women, they started coming out, these veterans started coming out saying that, you know, we were there to protect the, you know, the poppy fields, okay, steal land, all right, steal oil, all right, that's what their mission was. It wasn't to fight terrorism. And that really, when that information came out, that really put a wound, all right, in the average Edomite, I'll say this, American Edomite's mind, okay, on this place. You see, people know that when America goes into a country, or whenever they go to fight, okay, it's for, you know, the corporations, you know, benefits. You see? So point being, though, is that they don't have that drive anymore. Then you add in the mixture of, you know, GMO foods, you know, poison in the water. These people are very effeminate. Then the alphabet community, you know, agenda. A lot of these guys ain't ready for this. A lot of them are confused, okay, about their sexual orientation, who they are as an individual. You think they're ready for warfare? You see? They're all messed up. Even you had Cardi B, all right? That simple, you know, that simple woman, even said it recently on I don't know if it was like a TikTok or a Twitter post. I'm not really sure. I just remember seeing it though. But she made a point. This new generation isn't ready for war. They're TikTokers. They're influencers. You know, they're streamers. That's what they are. But half the population, or more, isn't even fit, okay, to join these military branches. So this place is going down, man. It's going down. All right? Babylon is not mighty anymore. It's weak, it's feeble. And the whole world is seeing it. All right? But let me get this, let me get that second Esdras. Second Esdras, what is that, 15? And we'll start at 14. We'll go down a couple verses. This is Second Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. And that backs up what that guy was saying, how the ones that are of military age, and that you know that are capable of going, right? They're gonna what do you say? You know, they're gonna go out guns blazing before they get, you know, apprehended by the officials. You see, the average American male, in particular, the so-called white male, doesn't want to deal with this, man. They don't have nothing to look forward to. Like I said, they have you know, like how they, well, really how that guy was saying in this video, they don't have any money for food, clothing, you know, their own property, you know, a wife and children. What makes you think that they're gonna want to fight for this place? You see, they're not trying to take the short end of the stick. And you see, these elites, they love doing that. They love giving people the short end of the stick, you know. And see, you know, for the longest, people were taking it because they were pretty much forced to with America. But now we're at the end of this society where people are bucking up against those who are in rulership, you know. We are really going to see the downfall of this place, man. And we're seeing it. The Lord is putting that spirit out there. A spirit of division. Let me get that real quick. Because the Lord said that in the book of Luke. This is Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that, and this is Yahushua speaking. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. You see, the Lord is putting that spirit of division out here. Okay? Verse 52, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. You see, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, has a spirit out here where everyone's, not in agreement. They're divided, okay? And a kingdom divided, it cannot stand. We'll get that real quick as well. This is the book of Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. You see? If you have division in your own household, in your own kingdom, it cannot stand. It's going to eventually fall. It's going to collapse. Okay? And that's what we see right now. The division here in America is at an all-time high. You got people who are, pro-Trump, and you got pro-Biden. Okay? Then you have a pro-alphabet group. Okay? Pro for lack of words, being a heterosexual, okay? So on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? This is the era that we live in. America is not united as they try to push. And it's always been divided. That's why they have, because look, I'll say this, if America was united, all the states would have the same laws. Even within this own system, you got federal laws, state laws, county laws, town laws, you know what I mean? Everybody has their own rules and regulations. But if this was a truly united kingdom, everything would be on point. There would be no confusion. Because look, you cross state lines, and something that's legal in your state could be illegal in the state next to you. You see? Esau's kingdom is through. And it's very evident. And we see it out here, in Chicago. And I'm sure all you brothers, who are listening, you see it in your, cities and local towns and villages. You see how low Esau is right now. This guy is not the same how he used to be back in the day. And these lower level Edomites are about to snap. Because really, at the end of the day, they're losing out on their blessing. Because really, those elites, they got even the lower level Edomites in slavery. All right, in the lower state. Really, those all Edomites should be really in their heaven right now. But they're not. And that's what's going to cause those lower level ones to really fight against the government. All right, you're going to have your Bushwick situations, like that movie. All right, that was on Netflix. You know, have that civil war occur. But let me go back to this 2nd Ezra 15. I'm going to read 16 and I want to get 17 as well. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. And you see, when you start seeing, these battles, all right, between some random Edomite, all right, and these cops, Start having, they're gonna have, these shootouts and all this, and who knows what's gonna happen. Eventually, Esau is gonna have to really lock things down. I'm talking about these elites, to the point where it's gonna be martial law, and they're just gonna be snatching up men. All right, whether you like it or not. It's gonna be crazy out here, man. Best believe. Okay, best believe it's gonna be crazy. But I'm gonna just end this lesson. I just wanted to touch on that podcast clip that the elder Baal Ra posted. It was a very heavy clip, because we're almost in these times now. These second Ezra's 15 scriptures and 16, these Isaiah's and Jeremiah scriptures, they're going to be fulfilled, man. Okay? They're going to be fulfilled. All right? You see? At some point, these things are going to get fulfilled. And it's not far off. We're in that time period right now. You see? But, I'm going to end this lesson. And with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Shai. Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom.